Indifference. It's like kryptonite to a narcissist. They want you to love and admire them. They want you to be angry with them. They want you to be hurt by them. But the last thing in the world they want is for you to be indifferent. And it's one thing to treat a narcissist with indifference, but how do you actually become indifferent? We're going to talk about that and more in this video. Hey, I'm Dr. Melissa. I'm a trauma expert and top doctor. And in this video and on this channel, I help you identify the hidden narcissists in your life, then turn that trauma from those relationships into gold, becoming stronger and more powerful than you ever were before. If that's right up your alley, click subscribe, click that notification bell, and stay tuned. So I got the question this week, how do you be indifferent? And I thought this was a great question because so often people focus on treating someone with indifference. Treating someone in any way is an action. And so that might be not responding to voicemails, text messages, DMs. It might be not reacting when you see the narcissist out at a coffee shop or in a store, or you encounter them in the break room at work. It might be not reacting when they make some sort of asshole comment to you. It might be not reacting when they're out with their new significant other. You've been trained not to react, to respond with indifference, that diminishes their negative behaviors. And that's all true. But moving forward isn't about the narcissist. It's about you. It's about healing what's in your heart and what's in your mind. It's about healing your belief systems about yourself, about the world, about the way things are. And that's far more important than what the narcissist does or doesn't do after you've extracted yourself from that relationship. Being indifferent is entirely different than taking action to respond with indifference. Being indifferent means you really don't care. So they're in a new relationship, whatever, it doesn't affect you. So they're not in a new relationship and they want you back, whatever, also doesn't affect you. I'm not saying you're going to go back to them, but the fact that they want you to go back to them, it doesn't impact you. It doesn't make you feel bad for them. It doesn't make you feel sad and miss what you thought you had in the past. It doesn't make you angry. It doesn't make you feel anything. Being indifferent is really the absence of emotional charge around an issue or an experience. Being indifferent is entirely for you. So that whatever that ex-narcissist does, and I say ex not only referring to significant others, but ex-best friend, ex-coworker, maybe current coworker who you're not friendly with anymore and you have to just deal with. Maybe a family member, but someone you're not actively engaging in an ongoing relationship with. Being indifferent is about healing you so that whatever it is they do or say doesn't matter. Think about it this way. If you were walking down the streets of New York and a stranger said they didn't like your hair, would you care? Probably not. Like, whatever, I don't like your hair either. Like, who cares what they even think, right? But if this narcissist said that they didn't like your hair, would it bother you? It might. And if it does, that shows that you may act indifferent. You may treat them with indifference by not responding. But if it stings a little, if it hurts a little on the inside that they said that, if it makes you go home and look at your hair and be like, what the heck? Do I need to, go get a new cut or a new style or whatever? then you know that you're not actually indifferent, that what they said affected you. And it's not that that's a bad thing. It's a message. It's a signpost showing you where there's healing yet to be done. It's showing you where this process isn't quite finished, that there's a part of you that still cares. And if you're someone who cares about what the random person on the street of New York said about your hair, you got healing to do too, okay? Because it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with the truth of who you are. It has nothing to do with your beautiful soul as a person. And their opinion is really irrelevant, especially about something like that. So the way to approach becoming indifferent, where it truly doesn't affect you, where you're emotionally neutral, is not to shy away from those feelings. It's to choose not to react, to treat the narcissist with indifference, yes. And then to turn your attention inward and notice it in yourself. Like, wow, it stung a little when I saw him with a new woman. That's interesting because I don't want to be with him. I wonder why that is. And then examine what that's about. Is there a part of you that feels rejected? Is there, even if you were the one that left the relationship, is there a part of you that feels abandoned? And it's really common for those feelings to be there. And it's totally okay for those feelings to be there. It's totally okay for just a part of you to feel that way. Maybe 95% of you is delighted you got rid of this person who is torturing you for months or years. But 5% of you still is holding on to those hopes and dreams of the two of you growing old together and feels rejected because he's with someone new. That 5% of you needs love and needs compassion and needs to be seen and heard. Paying attention to that part, not distracting yourself from that discomfort and that pain. Feeling rejected is painful. Feeling abandoned is painful. Most people numb themselves out and they'll go do something else, or they'll try to take their mind off of it. And society tells you that's what you're supposed to do. But that is the opposite of what to do if you want to heal. Turn your attention inward. Focus on that part that is feeling sad or hurt or rejected, and give it the love and compassion that you wish you would have had. Over time, as you do that with everything that comes up, maybe your old partner is hoovering you, trying to get a foot back in the door and get the relationship going, and you feel like 95% of you is like, hell no, been there, done that, I'm not doing that again. And 5% of you is like, oh, am I the jerk? Maybe they changed. Maybe this person means what they said. They weren't trying to hurt me. They didn't know any better. They had a terrible childhood. Their parents role modeled an unhealthy relationship. Maybe I'm the one that's being unreasonable by not giving them another chance. Maybe I'm the one that's not forgiving enough. Now, I realize that the wise cognitive part of you that is the 95% of you that's on the hell no, thinks that other part is weak and is wrong. And I'll tell you what, though, that piece is wrong in that you are not the problem. But telling it it's wrong is not going to make it feel better. How often have you resolved a problem by getting someone else just to admit that they're completely wrong and that their feelings have no place in this world? Like, never, right? So instead of attacking that part with contempt or anger, disgust, and instead of trying to dismiss it or distract from it entirely, turn towards that part with love. Notice that 5% of you, that piece of you, has such a big, beautiful heart. You see the best in everyone, and you want the best for everyone. And you want to give other people a second chance, just like they hope or you hope that they would be forgiving and give you a second chance if you did something hurtful. That's a beautiful part of you. It's mistaken in this instance because a narcissist is not going to change. And this is part of a narcissist tactic to try to hoover you back in. But attending to that part of you that's hurting is what's going to allow it to heal. It's going to allow it to transform. And over time, if you do that every opportunity that you get, you're going to start to realize that you actually have become indifferent. You really don't care what this narcissist is doing. It really doesn't impact you. And in that moment, you will realize that you are free. If you are so looking forward to that day, type "I'm free" in the comments. Then share this message with someone who needs it. If you'd like more support around this issue, join me in my free private Facebook group, Anti-Fragile Narcissist Survivors. And if you're looking for more awareness, more insights to help you shift and grow in this process, join me at narclesslife.com. I'm Dr. Melissa, and I'll see you in the next video.